Welcome to another edition of DermTube Daily Coverage from Maui Derm. With us today is Dr. Ava Shamban from Los Angeles, who's going to be discussing her pearls and the way that she uses injectables in different regions, from toxins to fillers. Can you tell us a little bit about what you spoke of today and some of the injection techniques that you really demonstrated?
The first one is looking at the face as a single cosmetic unit, which means there's no zone that's off limits unless it's a dangerous zone in terms of anatomy or vasculature. Very important to know your anatomy. So when I start looking at the face, I look at the top third, the middle third, and the lower third. And what I'm trying to do is recontour the face and achieve that beautiful triangle of youth. Beginning with the forehead. The forehead may need a combination of toxin and filler. And as long as both are injected appropriately, and the filler especially done in a safe area, you can get a nice, natural, youthful curve to the forehead, as well as the brow. Oftentimes people will have their foreheads treated, their mid-face, their lips, their chins, but the brow looks like it's just stuck on to the forehead bone. It's so unattractive. Then I like to move down, and really I'm a real expert in the under eye area. I tend to use either Restylane or Restylane Lift there, sometimes Bolotero, loading the BD syringes, the 0.3 cc's, injecting on the bone. Very effective, very low risk of bruising. For the mid-face, I use either Voluma or Restylane Lift. And I'll inject more in an area that looks like the blush zone as opposed to the hinderers lines, but kind of where you would put blush, and putting in just small depots, no more than 0.1 to 0.2 cc's at a point, because otherwise you run the risk of developing a granuloma. In the lower part of the face, I really like injecting the lips, and I've done 3 trials for approval of Restylane Silk, Restylane, and the upcoming Volbella. I also like to use the BD syringe for the treatment of the lip itself, because it offers a lot of control, and you really want both sides of the lip to be exactly symmetrical. So it's really important that you use the right amount of product there. I also like to treat around the whole perioral area with a cannula, using either Juvederm or Restylane or Bolotero. And because the cannula, you can break up some of the septi of lines that are there, also Restylane Silk, of course, and it's a nice even flow of the product as you inject it. The jawline is, I like to call this the elimination of the jack. So the same way that we have cankles, you can have the jawline that just floats into the neck. And so by reestablishing the jawline, and here I use a cannula with a stiffer product such as Radius or Voluma or Restylane Lift, and going in making sure to avoid the dangerous area here where the facial artery comes up, then you can really do a nice reapproximation. And don't forget the masseters. The masseters in youth might look okay, but as you get older, they can contribute to TMJ and this kind of boxy look. So by reducing the masseters with toxin, you can start to achieve, and building up the mid-face, you can start to recontour the face, getting that beautiful triangle. So those are my tips in a thimble.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ava, for joining us for another edition of DermTube Daily Coverage from Maui Derm.